And we are back live at the Boathouse District as I take a bug right to the forehead at the Oklahoma River and the River Sports Rapid. Lots going on this weekend. The Road to Rio event, Saturday and Sunday here. River Sports Rapids Olympic trials going on, and one of the Olympians who will be competing is Michal Smolen. Did I say that anywhere close to being correct?
It's pretty close. Good enough.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on making the Olympics. And it's your first Olympics, right?
Right. Yeah. It's my first time around.
Although you were ready to go last time around, correct? And for London, what was that scenario?
So I was actually a runner-up at the Olympic trials at the first round in 2012, but I didn't have my citizenship yet. So I tried to expedite it through Congress, and it was a rather lengthy and difficult process, but in the end it didn't go through. So I just had to wait 4 years, and now is my first real chance to race at the Games.
How tough was that, sitting back watching your colleagues?
It was tough at the time. I had to basically watch from my house, and I was happy for them. You know, they worked hard for years too, so I wasn't necessarily angry that someone else went instead of me. I always cheered my teammates on, and I was happy to see them race in London.
That's a great attitude. Michal, where are you from?
I'm originally from Poland.
Okay. So what got you into this sport?
Both of my parents were professional athletes, and my dad was actually a kayaker as well, and now he's the Olympic coach for canoe kayak. So it runs in the family, and it runs in my blood.
We were joking with Casey in the previous interview about how he was kind of born with a boat nearby. You got the food, the binky, and a boat. Similar scenario for you?
Yeah, I mean, I had it readily available, and my dad always gave me the opportunity to do it, and so I did it the first time when I was 10 years old, and I was actually pretty scared of it and told myself I would never do it again. And now I'm heading into my first Olympics, so it's kind of ironic, I guess.
That is very cool. I've never been to Poland. I've been to Europe, Germany, and London, Dublin, a few of those places. What's Poland like?
It's a cool country, and I definitely love going back every once in a while to see my family, and there's a good culture, and yeah, I think a lot of people haven't been to Poland, but it's a cool country to visit.
In sports like this, these are pretty prominent there, right?
Yeah, in Poland maybe not so much, but in countries like France and Germany, it's almost a national sport, and in Slovakia it is a national sport. So it's quite hard competing against the Europeans because they're all so good.
Michal, where are you based at now?
I'm based out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Which has a fantastic training area like that. How does this compare with Charlotte?
Yeah, it's just as big, and it's one of the best facilities we have in the world, and it's right in our backyard. So I'm very lucky to have a facility in Charlotte and a facility in Oklahoma to train at and prepare for the biggest races.
How long have you been in Oklahoma City? All week, or when did you get here?
Yeah, it's my first time in Oklahoma, and I've been here for about a week now.
What are your, I hate to ask the basic questions, but what are your impressions, and what have you done so far?
I haven't done much. I got pretty sick the last few days, so I've just been at home trying to get better before the race. I'm sure next time I come here, I'll have a chance to explore.
All right, so looking ahead to this weekend, what will you be involved in, and what can people expect when they come out here?
I mean, I'm already selected to go to the Games, and there are 2 more spots to be selected in 2 different disciplines. And so I'll basically be watching my teammates and see them basically race against each other and try to get those spots. And for me, it's just going to be a fun race.
And Rio, have you been to Brazil and Rio?
Yeah, I've been to Rio a couple times already to prepare, and we have training camps there leading up to the Games. And it's a really cool place. It's definitely a different culture than we're used to, but it makes it more interesting.
How's the course there, and how does it compare to Charlotte or Oklahoma City?
The course is a little bit more tame than here. This course is quite big, and the one in Rio is quite small actually, but there are a lot more waves, and so it makes it really tricky with less water, which is kind of strange. It doesn't really happen in our sport that much. But yeah, I really like the course, and it fits my style of paddling well, so I'm very excited that course is the course that I'll be racing at the Games.
Well, so many questions from that statement. What's your style of paddling, and what sort of different styles of paddling are there?
I think there are limitless styles of paddling, and people come up with their own styles, and it changes over the years just as the equipment changes and the technology of the boats changes. So everyone has their unique style, I'd say, and mine is just being light and staying on top of the water, and just basically not risking too much, but just trying to maintain the speed all the way down from start to finish.
You mentioned Rio has a tamer water, so does that play into your style, staying on top of the water? But does it also bring in a little bit more of the athlete, meaning that you have to propel the boat versus, the stronger waters?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of easy in a way, but the little waves make it really hard. So I'm definitely it's definitely playing to my advantage. I don't know how, but I know that from paddling there a couple of times already, it's a course that I really like.
What are you looking forward to the most in Rio, outside of podiums and medals?
I guess just going to the beach. I've been to Rio 3 times already, and I've only been to the beach once. And so hopefully the next time we have a couple of days off in Rio, I'll go and just have fun at the beach, relax, take the edge off before the games.
You're a world traveler. I'll close it out with this. Where's your favorite place you've ever been?
That's pretty hard, but I think it would be France. There are a lot of cool places to paddle in France, and it's a huge sport. So pretty much every little town you go to has a slalom course set up for kayaking, and that's pretty cool.
That's great. He's Michal Smolen. He'll be here all weekend long. Hope you feel better. Sorry you came to Oklahoma City, and the bummer of not feeling good. That's never good at any time.
Yeah, I should feel better by the race. If not, it's not too big of a deal, but I'll just have to put my head down and just make it down the course without making huge mistakes.
Well, congratulations on making the Olympics, and best of luck in Rio.
Thank you.
All right, more coverage out here at the Boathouse District can be found all weekend long on newsok.com and in the Oklahoman.